This episode is sponsored by Conjure Tea. Founded by chef Shania Thomas Floyd, Conjure Tea taps into her background as a pastry chef to bring a unique, delicious approach to tea. Look no further than their tea offerings to find delicious blends from Lunar, an herbal tisane with blueberry, lavender, and vanilla, to Decadence, an Earl Grey blend with rose, strawberry, and cocoa nibs. The thing I love about Conjure Tea is that they're bringing unique, delicious flavors that I've never had before. My favorite of theirs is Purge Me, an organic bancha green tea with pineapple, coconut, and so much more. It has the flavor you want from a green tea with the unique and delicious combination of fruit-filled ingredients with a natural detoxifying quality. The company has been kind enough to give 15% off your first online order to all Steep Conversations listeners by using code STEEP15 on conjuretea.com. That's promo code STEEP15 to get 15% off your first order at conjuretea.com. I wanted to be a brownie tester.
Oh, wow.
It's funny, not that I ever thought much about how you saw me, but seeing you lose respect for me in real time when I said that was incredible. For anyone who's listening at home, we're drinking an Eton Mess Tea by Bird & Blend. Brew it at around 200. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you a little tea facts. You said you're a big tea drinker.
I love drinking tea. I get into tea because, so you know Katie Boyle.
I do. Love Katie. Oh my gosh. Katie drinks
Boyle
the builder's
loves tea. Yeah. When I first met Katie, so she is an Irish comic.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, oh my God, tea. She would come to my house with bags of tea. I truly did not meet anyone before her. She would come with bags of tea.
I love this.
And she'd be like, oh my God, can we make tea? I had a kettle. And she'd be like, oh my God, a kettle. Oh, thank you. I wish I could be as grateful about things as she used to be when she first came here. Now she's a little jaded.
Yeah, she liked it.
But she would see an avocado. We go to a deli and she'd be like, oh my God, it's an avocado. Anyway, so that's how I know everything about tea. Through Katie Boyle.
So Katie and I need to probably have tea when I go.
Yes, you need to have tea with her.
Do you think if I said to her hey, we should grab tea, it's weird, I think, sometimes as a guy reaching out to a girl being like, we should grab tea.
No, I don't think she would think it's weird. She's like, oh my God, he's lovely. Oh, Tori. Oh, he's a lovely.
But here's the thing. I start talking in the kind of accent that I hear.
Oh.
So I think if I started hearing her talk, I might talk
Katie's accent is more hoo, he, hoo. That's more I think you're doing from that show.
What show?
What the fuck is that? It's a famous show. It was about these two guys and girls. They were Irish. She really...
Normal People? Is that what it was
Normal
called?
People.
Okay, so I watched the first, I think 2 episodes of that. And I didn't finish it because Jess doesn't... this is such a weirdly specific thing. Even if the actors are 65, if they're playing high schoolers and there's a sex scene, she goes, can't watch it.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, if I don't want to watch people even pretending to be high schoolers having sex, I don't want to watch.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And Normal People, I think, had a lot of...
It had a lot of... Well, that's why I think one of the reasons people liked watching it. Because it was this sex scene and it was this guy was I can't be with you I do. And she's like, come on, I really like you. And he's like, no. He was the bad guy. And then they were
you reenact intelligence just now. Yeah.
Who were the people in it again? What were their names?
I don't know. I only got to watch 2 episodes.
He was the bad boy and he's like, I can't be with you. And she's like, but I know you love me. I know you love me. He's like, I can't stop it. And he would always get they would just have this love that was fighting, and they were together in college and then not.
I didn't even get to college. I only saw the first episode.
Just watch it without her.
Yeah.
Or just fast forward through the sex scenes.
Yeah, she's been gone for a couple of days. And I was like, she goes, so what are you going to do without me? And I was like, here's the thing. I want to tell you.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, I'm going to go to the strip club. I'm going to drink a bunch of beer and pop some Molly and go crazy. I was like, here's what's really going to happen. I am going to eat pizza, cauliflower pizza. I am going to probably help myself to a little ice cream. I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm probably going to watch some Bob's Burgers. That's really what I'm going to do. But I want you to think I'm doing more than that.
Yeah, that's good.
I want you to believe that I'm at the strip club, making it rain.
But by the way, the strip clubs aren't why does these girls get upset about strip clubs?
I have no idea.
I don't understand because it's not any guy is hey, last night I took this girl home from a strip club. When does that ever happen?
So I've never seen it. I've heard it done. I've not seen it done.
Okay.
How long did you live in New York?
My whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in the city, I mean.
Since I was 8, but I Wait, what were you going to say about a strip club? Because I think I went to the one you're about to talk about.
There was an underground traveling strip club.
Traveling?
Traveling is in it would change locations.
Like a carnival.
Yeah, it was there was a carnival, and they would just come and they take their clothes off. The bearded lady was a winner. It was this traveling. Why do I keep saying that?
Yeah.
Location changing. It was location changing, non-carnival strip club.
Okay.
But I had been to one strip club in my life for about 5 minutes in Puerto Rico for someone's bachelor party, and then we were all like, abandoned ship, we're gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
But my buddy calls me one day, and his name's Harrison. He goes, where are you right now? Go to the nearest ATM. You're Bank of America, right? And I was like, that's weirdly specific that you know that, but yes, I am. And he goes, get to Chelsea. There's a bunch of Bank of America ATMs. I go, how do you know that?
This is creeping me out. Is he watching you from a helicopter?
I don't know. And he goes, I need you to take out $400.
Oh my God.
Or sorry, I think it was two. It was 200 for me, and my buddy Ray was with me. He goes, each of you need to take out $200.
Okay.
I said, Harrison, are you hurt?
Yeah.
I said, is there someone next to you with a gun? If there is.
What time was this?
Probably like 9 p.m.
Okay, so not that late.
But on like a Tuesday.
Oh, even weirder. So it's like late then.
Yeah, so me and my buddy Ray had been out for drinks, and I think we were like Brass Monkey. We were at some random spot.
Okay, Brass Monkey. Okay, so the guy calls you and he's like, I need 400.
I need you to each take out $200, and I need you to meet me it was a crazy address. It was like 52nd and 3rd. It was like a place where you don't, like, there's nothing there.
Yeah, 52nd and 3rd. That's like, really weird. Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Right? It's not even on the side where there's like a Sbarro's. There's nothing there.
There's nothing.
We're like, why? And he goes, you trust me? And I said, yeah. He goes, good. Hangs up the phone.
You just went there.
We went.
I don't know why I keep picturing in my head, even though this was probably a payphone. I keep thinking a payphone. Meet me there on 52nd and 2nd.
I need you here immediately, all right? Okay.
And if you don't see me wearing a jacket and a trench coat, me holding a trench coat and an umbrella, it's not me. See you later.
The secret password is shoelace. I'll see you in a minute. No, we go there, and he looks at us. He goes, I'm glad I didn't have to tell you to look sharp. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, what is this?
What is going on? And he's like, gentlemen, follow me. And we walk up to this, like, what looks like an abandoned building with this huge guy sitting in front of it. And he goes, password. And I can't remember. The password was something insane. It was like meringue. And they're all baked goods.
Nipple meringue.
Yeah, nipple meringue. And he goes, all right, all 4 of you? I don't know about that. And Harrison just pulls out a 50.
Oh.
And he goes, come on in. Which is like one of the first times I'd ever seen someone just like do that. We get in and I go, where are we? And he goes, this is, I think it was called SVT. I can't remember what the letters stand for. And it was this kind of strip club where all the men are there like having drinks, and the women who were there to strip would walk around in the crowd and like talk to the guys. And if a guy liked her, then they would go to an area where they would do like lap dances.
It reminds me of like Handmaid's Tale, if anyone watches.
I've not seen it.
Okay, well, if the listeners have seen it, it reminds me of Handmaid's Tale. Because no one's on a pole is what you're saying.
No, there's no poles.
Are the girls topless?
No.
So they're in like, now what type of outfits? Describe. Is it Forever 21?
Oh,
is
you're
it
asking
H&M?
a guy if it's Forever 21 or H&M?
I feel like you're very a visual person.
So they were like...
Are they trashy or not is what I'm trying to say.
I would say it was the nexus of trashy and classy. It was right at the point where they meet. So it was like a low-cut top, but not too low-cut.
So like something your friend, like that slutty mom would wear to a bar mitzvah.
A little sluttier than that.
Okay.
Yeah, a little sluttier than that.
You're like, Susan just got a divorce, clearly.
I got to tell you, when Susan goes over like the 18-year-old guys who are like not even allowed to drink, and she's like, what are you doing?
Right.
I would say there was Susan energy.
Okay, Susan energy.
And they all just like walk around, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And me, like an absolute idiot, I go, so is there like food? Like an idiot.
You're like, is there a bagel? I'm hungry.
Oh my God, I was starving. I was like, are there like, this was my question. I swear to God, I go, are there like celery sticks? Which is like such a child, like, are there...
Also, who the fuck craves celery sticks on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock?
I just thought it was like, I thought it was going to be like crudité, you know?
You're like, well, I paid money. Like, am I not getting anything from here?
No, so it was free entry.
Oh, free?
Because he had the password.
Oh, okay.
What I found out the money was for is once you find a girl that you vibe with,
then you give
then the money starts going. And when it goes real fast.
So did you find a girl?
Well, so I was like, I'm going to sit it out because strip clubs make me really...
Like it's a sports game.
Yeah, which I'm used to sitting out.
Right.
Anytime people are like...
It actually is very true. Any guy that sits out at a strip club from getting a lap dance is also the guy that sits out from any sporting event he's ever been a part of.
100%. Here's the thing.
That's actually very funny.
You give me a lot of credit saying a part of. I was never a part of a sporting event. I I was about to say auditioned. That's how bad I am. I was about to say I auditioned for the soccer team. I tried out for the soccer team, I think 4 different times.
Okay.
Truly, I never got on there. I only liked, my dad at one point goes, why do you always try out? And I said, because you take us to Dunkin' Donuts before. And my dad goes, I can just take you there. And I was like,
sweet.
Oh, I think I'm done with soccer. Like that was, it was like that.
Yeah.
But I said I was going to sit it out because strip clubs make me nervous.
Okay.
I just get a little anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't want her to feel like I'm not having a good time, but then I'm worrying, like, what if I'm having too good a time? But what if I'm not having a good enough time? And then what if she's thinking, like, is he not into me? And it's not her, it's probably me.
Yeah.
Harrison at one point he goes, what do you think about that girl? And I was like, she seems nice.
Seems nice.
Yeah.
Seems nice. I like the way she put that hand on the other guy's shoulder. That seems sweet.
I feel like that's really sweet. I feel like she would sit through a 3.5 hour movie if I wanted to watch it.
I thought you were going to say a 3.5 hour improv show.
Yes. I think she would sit through a 3.5 hour improv show. She would go to the Magnet Theater and just sit through the whole thing. Anyway, he goes, great. Well, I already paid her.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So like I'm there through like in a very uncomfortable lap dance the whole time, just being like, what am I doing here? I need to leave.
I actually have a story about going to a strip club too.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. So basically, there was this guy that I was into in New York. This was a few years ago. His nickname to my friends was called Chain Guy because the first time we hung out, I thought things were going well. And then all of a sudden he just was like, are you into chains? And I said, like what type?
Like a chain wallet?
Right. And then that's the thing between I think a comic and a normal girl. Like a normal girl would be like, this is weird, let me leave. But like me, I'm like, I don't know. He's like really cute. And like, that was kind of interesting what he said. So he tells me he's into chains, which is, I don't really understand why. He basically is like, well, like there was this girl I was dating and she like really wanted to use chains and I made all these homemade chains and now I just have this box of chains in my apartment. And I guess he was basically asking me if I was into chains.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is like bondage chains.
Yes, he made them Home Depot style.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So by the way, I never saw these chains, but that's why we called him Chain Guy. So randomly we hanging out one night and I'm talking about a strip club and he's like, oh, I know a good strip club in Bushwick. It's called Pumps.
Why are they all named stuff like that?
Yeah, it's weird, but it's not like a strip club where it's like they're trashy girls. They look like if your bike messenger or baristas were strippers.
I am telling you, this sounds like the place that I just described.
They were just like tatted and like didn't give like a fuck. Like
making you a latte.
Yeah. He's like, pick which girl you want. And I'm like trying to be like cool for him, but also like I was kind of intrigued too. And I was like, that girl. And I picked this girl and her name was Cherry.
Sure it was.
But she had a cherry tattoo on her ass.
Oh my God.
And I was like, are you coming in the room with me? He's like, no, just like, let me know how it goes. I was like, okay. So now I'm like, this is like fucking uncomfortable.
Wait, so now you're in the room alone with the girl.
No, I'm not even, okay. So then I go to the private room, which by the way, it's not a private room. It's you and then whoever else is getting a lap dance. It's like the DMV, like it's a waiting room, basically.
That's the same style of the place that I went.
Okay, maybe it was the same thing. So I'm sitting there getting a lap dance and this guy next to me, who's not the guy I came with, is like really enjoying his lap dance. And I'm like, I don't want this girl to think that I'm like the same thing as you. I don't want her to think I'm not enjoying myself. So I just start copying whatever that guy's doing.
No.
And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. And I was like, ooh. And I'll never forget, she had braces. And she leaned into me and she goes, I like your hair.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
And then of course I went in, I go, oh, thanks to Diva Curl. I use Diva Curl products. It's a really good product. You should get some at TBS.
Dear Lord, that is the most Jewish way to handle a strip club.
Right?
Oh my God, I can tell you where.
Yeah.
Was she from Staten Island? She must have been.
She had braces. Like literally I felt like she was in that movie just about strippers that came out, Zola or whatever.
Oh, I didn't see it. But I read the original tweet thread back when it came out.
Okay, so she reminded me she was like glitter and she was like kind of sweaty and she was like, I really like you. Like I feel like she was just trying to make conversation with me. Like we were waiting online, but her tits happened to be in my face.
As it happened.
And she's like, I like your hair. And I was just like, thanks. And then I just kept looking at the guy and it was really uncomfortable.
Did you go on, what date number was that?
Well, we didn't really go on dates. It was more just like, hey, what are you doing tonight?
So
this was like
a buddy of sorts.
Yeah, he was an Android buddy, let's call him.
What? Because he had an Android phone?
He had an Android and it was like very hard to communicate with him.
That is so interesting. Did you find it hard to communicate with me because I texted you from an Android?
No.
Oh, that makes me nervous. I'm like,
no, but people have like stigmas against guys that have Android.
No doubt. Thank heavens.
Thank God you're in a relationship. Oh my God.
I was so excited. I was going to get a new phone soon because it has this amazing camera and it's an Android now. I feel like I can't.
No, you can. Okay, so there's a dating app called Raya. And it's for celebrities. apparently.
And like cool people.
Yeah, maybe like 5 years ago it was really just for celebrities, and now it's like cool people can get on it.
It was like 5 years ago, it was exclusively Jeremy Piven and Pauly Shore. I think we're the only two people on that app.
And if you remember, there's a lot of, who's the guy? Matthew Perry.
What?
Wait, I think from Friends.
Yeah.
He was just, there was someone outed him because he was like hitting on a girl from Raya who was like 19.
Could he be any more on Raya?
Right? Yeah. And also Ben Affleck too had a situation where a girl was like, I'm 19 and he was like hitting on me and like, here's like a screenshot I took of us FaceTiming.
Wait a minute, I feel like I saw this on like TikTok once.
Yeah. Two girls like came out that were saying that this happened to them. So anyway, I was really excited to go on Raya to talk to Ben Affleck or whoever would talk to me.
Of course.
So I've had
Matt Damon, preferably, yeah.
Yeah, you need like friend passes to get on. And I've had about 10 friend passes to get on. And not only
this is like a referral.
Yeah, you need like referrals.
Yeah.
Then I had someone who like recruits for Raya, talk to me and my roommate like works in comedy, but like not on camera at all, like behind the scenes.
Sure.
And he basically got her on. Then he was like, send in your application, like, Tori, you should get on. You have followers, you're a comic, blah, blah. A month later, I'm like, hey, I can't get on. He's like, oh, well, sorry, like I'm not the one who makes the decisions.
Wait, but your roommate got on.
All my friends in New York that are just New York people, like, oh, I'm a jewelry designer, I work at, they're all on Raya. I cannot get on Raya. So I've determined someone at Raya who chooses the people hates me.
They must know you think?
Someone must know me. And then the best is, so my roommate deactivated Raya and then they recently emailed her because you have to pay like $10 a month or something.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, it's like $7 a month.
Oh, wow.
And so they emailed her going, let us know if anything, like why you stopped going on Raya, what can we change? And she wrote back going, my good friend Tori Piskin can't get on Raya. And because of that, I decided to get off Raya. And please let me know who there does not like her. This is unfair. And this is why I chose to get off Raya. They never emailed her back, but I can't get on Raya. I don't know what this problem is. So I'm telling you, I feel like I don't have a lot of enemies besides one guy I dated for a year that I continue to talk shit about on my podcast.
Yeah, he's actually here tonight. Come on. No, yeah.
So that's the only person I can think about. Someone must hate me there, right?
Here's the thing. My favorite thing is anytime that for whatever reason, something's not working for me or my sister, my mom's response is always, they're probably anti-Semitic.
Right.
I think there must be Jews on Raya.
There's Jews.
A friend of mine who I won't give too much detail about her, but she's a producer. She's on Raya.
Okay.
She did not love it.
Yeah, people always say it's not a good app. People say they don't end up meeting the guys.
So what she said is a lot of matches, not a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
Which is like the opposite of a Hinge, Bumble. I don't know what the other one is.
I feel like it's really just to see like who's on there.
That's 100%.
That's what Raya is.
So like if you're, I don't know your type, but let's say you really like Ben Schwartz.
Who's Ben Schwartz?
You don't know who Ben Schwartz is?
I'm really bad with names. I need to see a photo. What has he been in?
Did you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yes.
He was John Ralphio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's cute. Actually, I'll tell you who my type is, just in case.
Hit me.
Do you know Brian Greenberg from How to Make it in America, One Tree Hill?
Who was he in One Tree Hill? Was he Lucas or the other guy? Or Nathan?
He was also in Prime. I don't know. I didn't watch. Yeah, with Uma Thurman.
I don't know what that is. I watch so much TV and movies. I have no idea who this is. Brian Greenberg.
Yeah.
Is there someone else like him that you could tell me?
No, I'm just like obsessed with him. But he's married and just had twins, so it's not happening for me.
Listen, those twins may break up that marriage. We don't know. I've heard they're very hard to handle. Is it worth me telling you my type? Because I'm in a relationship.
So is your type the person that you're in a relationship with?
Silly is a big thing for me.
You love a silly girl.
I want to be able to goof around with my partner.
You want to have an improv show is what you're saying.
Just for us. I want to waste time doing nothing just as a duo.
Yeah.
And like entertain ourselves with stupid voices and funny things and inside bits. And I want to have that.
Okay.
And then also wanted to date someone who was just like willing to be unconventional about, how do I explain this? I didn't want to date someone who was like, these are the rules that we follow. These are the things, like, this is how a normal relationship works. Like, one thing I really liked about my partner, Jess, at one point was like, hey, should we just like fly to Costa Rica next week? And I was like, what? And she was like, I have, points on a credit card. I feel like you probably have some credit card points. Like, I don't know. I was tired this morning. And I was like, should we just like do that?
And so it's spontaneous.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like kind of
I didn't know where you were getting at with that. I thought you were
either.
I thought you were gonna say like open relationship.
No.
Okay.
Here's the problem with it.
Because you didn't seem like that. Like, that's why I was like, oh my God. I was like, where is he coming? Like open marriage. Also, I just watched a show about open marriage. I was like, maybe it's it. Like, I don't
think I could. It's
very confusing. Everyone's into open marriages now. I don't understand this.
I want to think that I could. I don't think I could. Are you not jealous?
Yeah, but also like, who has the time? Who has the fucking time to have sex with other people and do your job? I don't understand some of these comics that have come out being like, or like the rumors or whatever, that was like, oh yeah, I had a fiance, but I was like dating all these other girls. I was like, how do you have time? You're a touring comic. You're probably like also on set. How do you have time?
I'm so curious who this particular comic is. I mean, it sounds like a Thomas Middleditch reference, but
I'm just thinking of like the people that have come out recently in the news that are like, oh yeah, like sleeping with underage girls. Crystalia, I think, right?
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
I'm just saying,
Lucas and I were talking about that earlier.
I'm just saying, how do these people have time to sleep with other people?
I got to tell you, the other day, I was walking in, I was wearing a sweater. I find a hair on my sweater. I pull it out. I go, hey, Jess, this doesn't look like your hair. And Jess goes, who are you sleeping with? And I said, let me ask you a question. You see me on average 18 out of 24 hours of the day because we are asleep for 6.
Right.
When do you think I have time to go out and have sex with all these other women? Do you think I'm sneaking out while you're the person who's obsessed with sleep? I would choose sleep over almost everything in this world.
Yeah.
And you think that in my free time, I'm waking up, sneaking out of bed, mind you, getting clothes on, and then going out and having sex with other women. Is that was your...
Did you say it as in joking matter or like...
Of course. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We weren't fighting about it. She always... Anytime
She's silly.
Yeah. I could literally be like, hey, I brought you a breakfast sandwich. She goes, who'd you sleep with to get that?
Right.
Like
it's your joke. It's your little joke.
We have a lot of running bits.
Right.
I do want to use this opportunity, by the way, to get to our first segment. Are you ready?
I'm very excited. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to have a sip of the tea.
Please have a sip of the tea, and then you could spill some tea. First segment is called the Newly Friend Game. Cue the music. Do you have your board?
Yes, but I'm a bad speller, I should let you know.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know that. I was concerned that we would spell different things.
I could barely spell, so hopefully you can.
It's a good thing you're a stand-up comedian, not a written one.
Yes.
I did something I'm going to put you in a really bad place for your question. Okay.
About spelling?
No, about the Newly Friend Game. You might not like me for this question. You and I are both New Yorkers. Okay. And so I'm asking you a blasphemous question for your question, and don't show me what you write. Okay. I'm going to see if we get the same answer. What is your favorite chain pizza?
Okay,
you ready? Turn the board on. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Domino's!
Yes, I love Domino's.
Oh my gosh. Can I tell you, I really like Domino's.
I would eat Domino's more than any other pizza I've ever had.
Even if you were in New York, you go to a New York pizza place, you would still.
Yes, I think Domino's is the crust and the thickness and the cheese. I'm getting like a little excited thinking about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, my Lord, you're getting into it.
Might have to get off here. But yeah, I do love Domino's.
I used to not like Domino's. Once Domino's changed their pizza, I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago, then I
it tastes the same to me. I would eat it. So it reminds me of my childhood because whenever my mom wasn't home, my dad would always let us order Domino's. Because one time he made steak and it was ruined. And then for the next 4 years when my mom wasn't home on a Wednesday, we would get to order Domino's.
What happened on Wednesdays?
I think my mom was working or something.
Was she working?
I don't know, but I was eating that. I didn't care. They were having an affair. Who fucking cares? I got that Domino's. I was like, my dad's like, your mom's not working. My dad's like, Tori, when your mom says she's working, she's been having an affair. I'm like, well, don't let her stop. I want that pizza.
Give me that pizza. What's your topping choice?
Just regular. Oh, pepperoni. I like pepperoni or regular.
Interesting. I guess maybe mine's a weird one. Yours are very normal. I like mushrooms.
No, I don't want if I'm eating pizza, I don't want anything healthy on it.
I don't know. That's a stretch calling mushrooms on a pizza healthy, but
I don't want anything.
You know what I miss from New York? You ever have a ziti slice?
No, what's that?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm telling you, I'm really I stick to the basic.
It's like baked ziti on a piece of pizza.
Oh my God, it sounds naughty.
It is. It's a carb explosion in your mouth.
Do you get sick after you eat that? Because I'm already getting sick thinking about that.
I feel alive after I eat it.
Alive?
I literally...
You don't feel bloated and swollen?
Well, listen, I'm a Jew with digestive issues. I mean, when am I not feeling that?
Right.
In the grand scheme of things, is it any worse than anything else? No. I am telling you, when I go home to New York, I am going to have a ziti slice. And
I'm nervous for you. Going to have anything before? Like a Pepto, to coat it?
No, I'm in a raw dog.
Oh my God.
A raw dog the pizza.
See, if I eat pizza, this is not a New York thing. If I eat anything heavy carbs, my favorite thing to do is do it while I eat TV. Or sorry, while I...
You watch pizza while you eat TV. That's what I do. I love watching my pizza. The TV is a little crunchy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just being honest.
I do it while I watch TV. I like to enjoy
the spelling's not your only...
I like to enjoy my carbs while I watch TV. I also like to eat TV.
Yeah,
and when I said chain guy earlier, I meant that was me.
Listen, I get it. Chain guy is you. Do you watch anything particular while you're carbo loading? What are you watching?
Well, if I was younger, I was probably watching like The Real World or something. They were all so good. I would watch them all. My dream job, I thought, which maybe could still be, was to be a camera guy or camera person on The Real World.
Please don't gender the camera.
I know. I'm sorry. It happened to me.
Yeah.
But they're heavy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That used to be my dream job because I was like, that is so cool that they get to watch TV, which is their all day long.
Their job is technically watching TV.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a brownie tester.
Oh, wow. But that is like a childhood.
It's funny. Not that I like ever thought much about how you saw me, but seeing you lose respect for me in real time when I said that was incredible.
But that's such like a child.
Well, you just said when you were a kid. I was like,
yeah, but my thing was like serious. That's like a real job.
Well, there are food scientists, I believe, that would test the brownies, but I didn't want to do science because I was very bad at that.
Right.
But speaking of food, the Newly Friend game question for me.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? What is my favorite bagel place in New York City?
Are you drawing a bagel?
No, I'm drawing you.
Oh. Thank you. You're like, and then I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I eat you like I eat my TV. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Flip your board for me. Tall Bagels.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Upper East.
Oh,
there's a few though.
I don't go all the way up to the Upper East.
Wait, let me see which ones did you do?
So I wrote Essa Bagel.
Okay.
Well, so Essa Bagel for me is the best overall, right? I meant to write overall. I wrote overview. It's the best overall bagel. Now, and by that I mean I'm mixing good bagel, good smoked fish. Both of them you're getting at Essa Bagel. If you want to just go solely for a great bagel, Brooklyn Bagel.
Oh, that's a good one.
Incredible bagel. If you want just smoked fish, you don't care as much about the bagel, Russ and Daughters or Barney Greengrass.
Oh yeah, Russ and Daughters.
Russ Daughters got great for the smoked fish.
Now, I'm surprised you've never been to this place.
I feel like I need to go. Where is, I'm writing this on my board. Let me take a note.
I think it's on 86th and 3rd.
See, but you're sending me really far up there.
No, they have like multiple locations.
Yeah, are any of them lower than 86th and 3rd?
Yeah, you can go here.
Did you just point to the second L?
Yes, I pointed to the L.
Okay.
You can make it right here.
Tall Bagels.
Yes.
Do they over-index on good quality bagels or smoked fish?
Everything is so good. I would go there every Sunday after I would go swimming. I was on a swim team.
You were on a swim team?
Yes.
Oh.
And then I would go to Tall Bagels and I would get bagel lox and cream cheese.
Oh,
and I was so excited. I'm actually getting excited thinking about it.
I was like, I'm very into it. Yeah.
Lox and cream cheese. And then at one point I used to do this thing where I would like scoop out the bagel. I don't know why I did that.
No, I still do it. Do you want to know why I do it?
To get more cream cheese?
Get more spread in there. I love that you still have the board showing it to you. You're like, this is my answer.
Well, I want you to memorize. You got to go to Tall Bagels.
How am I going to forget?
Buy the 2 L's.
Buy the 2 L's. I got it. Tall Bagels. I'm with it. I'm 100%. And by the way, that was the Newly Friend game.
Oh my God.
How do you feel?
I feel really excited. We got the first answer right.
We did. I feel bad that we didn't get the second answer right but I didn't know Tall Bagels.
Yeah, you know what? I'm only thinking about my location where I grew up because I don't like go searching for bagels. It's either like, oh, do I want a bagel? I'm not like, ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? You're a foodie.
Here's what's funny. Left to my own devices, I'm a weird eater.
Interesting.
Like I didn't eat until 2 p.m. today.
Oh, you just weren't hungry?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it.
Wow. See, I get up thinking about it.
You get up thinking about food.
I wonder if that's a female thing.
How many times do you eat in a day? Are you like a 3 meals or are you like 3 meals, 2 snacks? Are you a grazer?
Yeah.
Really?
I eat. So now I do this thing where if I have one thing I like, I eat it for like months. I started making chai seed pudding.
Chia seed pudding.
Yeah, chia seed pudding.
Yeah.
I started making that and I have it every morning now.
Isn't it? I hate the word I'm about to say.
What, crunchy? I love crunch. What?
Isn't it gelatinous?
What do you mean?
Like, doesn't it have like a little like gel that forms around the seeds?
Yeah, but what you do is you put it in the fridge overnight.
Yeah.
And you put like vanilla so it's sweet and then you put granola and blueberries. But I like it because it's crunchy, but then it's like yogurt.
I do love a good parfait.
So you would like this?
Chia seeds make me so nervous.
Okay, so then maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. Someone once was like, "You're gonna love overnight oats."
Yeah.
It was this girl that I went on like maybe like 5 dates with.
Okay.
And on our like 3rd date, as if she really knew me, she was like, "You know what? You're gonna love. I know you. You're gonna love overnight oats. I'm gonna make you some." And I was like, "Okay," but in my head, I'm like, "I'm not gonna enjoy that."
Yeah.
She made me overnight oats. I'm telling you, it was a struggle to get a spoon down.
Oh no.
It was.
Did you tell her?
No. I ate it. I go, oh, this is something. This is what I'll do. I'll comment on a thing that's not the thing.
Okay.
So
you'll be like, the spoon was really sturdy.
I'll go, oh my God, you made it in a mason jar?
Oh, okay.
And she's like, yeah. I was like, I didn't know. Are you one of those people who's like has mason jars? She's like, yeah. And I was like, I love this. What else do you do with the mason jars?
And then you throw the thing behind you.
I'm 100% out. Yeah.
And there's like, is there a dog around here?
Yeah. Who can I feed this to? I'm going to dump it out the window. I think it would have killed the bird.
Take it home. Take it home. Oh, you can't finish it? It's okay. I got you this whole Tupperware you can have.
Oh my God. I hate when people are like, yeah, take this home and then bring me back the Tupperware.
Oh my God. That's the worst.
I'm like, I don't want to bring it back.
That's the most painful thing.
It's not worth me taking it. You keep it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Right. Because then you just have it there and then you're like, I don't even want to really see this person to begin with.
No.
I feel like the equivalent of trying to give someone back their Tupperware is like the same painful feeling of having to do those like Zoom family.
Did you do Zoom family calls?
Yeah. A few of them.
Oh no, we didn't do those.
Yeah.
You know what? I lied. I just lied to you. We did it when my grandmother turned 100. Does your family feel pressured to be funny because you're a comedian? Are they like, let me do jokes?
No. I feel like when I'm around my family, sometimes I'm quiet.
What?
Because they're really funny. I'm very observant around my dad does the best impressions of my mom. And I like hearing my dad's day. So my dad's a dentist and I'll be like, how was your day? He's like, well, I had this patient and he's crying in the chair and he's telling me he's got his kid's graduation and he wants to look good, but he's got to lose weight. And I'm telling him, yeah, I'll fix your teeth. And then my mom is like, she's more like hard. Like, I don't know. She just says things. She's like, your father. Like the two of them together, I feel like made me. Does that make sense? When I'm around them.
I would hope that's how it happened.
But even like comedy wise, like when I'm around them, I'm just very observant of their behavior.
You know, I have an obsessive oral hygiene regimen.
Okay.
And dentists love me.
Really?
I am a dentist's dream.
Now I'm looking at your teeth.
Very nice teeth.
Yes. Wow. They do look perfect.
You have
very manly teeth.
Do I?
Yes.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, sure. They look very like manly, like
feel
big and chompy.
No other part of me has been described as manly in my life. Yeah. Truly. I've been told I have the build of a 9-year-old.
Should we call this episode, you got the most manly teeth?
That's 100%.
You're big, you know what? You have teeth, you got chompers.
He's got chompers.
Yeah, your teeth are chompers.
He's got good chompies. But here's what I do. I'm not exaggerating. I cannot sleep. I cannot go to sleep if I haven't flossed.
Oh, wow.
Then I need to floss. Then I brush 30 seconds each quadrant.
Oh my God. Okay.
Then I tongue scrape. Oh. Then I mouthwash with fluoride.
Now, so you must have the best breath. I have PTSD from one guy who told me I had bad morning breath.
No.
Never in my life.
He said that to you?
Yeah, but I also told him he was bad at sex. So between the two of us.
Right after? Or like after he said you had bad breath, you go, yeah, well, you're bad at sex.
No, I said it like one time. Though he told me I had bad breath. And ever since then, I have like a huge like PTSD. But I think it was because I was taking pills at night. Certain pills, some like herbs, and I think it was making me have bad breath.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
But I can't believe, did he say that while you were dating though? He said you have bad breath?
Yeah, he said something about my breath. I can't remember exactly
that would have scarred.
I have like literally, I'm scarred from it.
I want to tell you.
I hope he's scarred from me telling him he's bad at sex. Probably not.
No, he is. I think I was in decently close range to you. I did not smell anything bad.
Well, this was 5 years ago.
I just want to let you know now.
Thank you.
By the way, we're at our Teach Me Something segment.
Okay.
Told by pretty much everyone that I've ever loved that I need to get a clue. So I'm hoping I can get a clue from you. This is an opportunity. You can teach me anything you want. It could take 2 seconds. It could take 10 minutes. I prefer it doesn't take 10 minutes.
Okay.
But whatever you want, teach me something.
Okay, this is maybe not, your hair's not very long.
It's long, it gets curly in a fro. I get a Jew fro.
Okay, well, this is more like, say you have a piece of curly hair and it's more frizzy. What you do is you take your fingers and you put it in your vagina. No, you take your fingers.
I was going to say, where's this going?
You take your fingers.
You backdoor them.
And you kind of twist it, like you use both of them. And then what you do, and then you pin it in your hair.
Pin it with like a bobby pin.
Yeah, like a bobby pin. Pin it and then put it there for an hour and then it gives you the most beautiful curl.
That works?
Yes, I'm telling you.
Does everyone know this?
No, I just figured it out myself.
Okay, so it's frizzy and crappy because that happens to my hair sometimes. Yes. It gets a little frizzy and crappy.
Yeah.
I do this thing.
Yeah.
And
maybe your hair's not long enough, but
would it look, does the curl, the thing with frizz is that the hair looks tired, right?
Yeah.
When you do the curl, does it look like a fresh curl?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I'm telling you. It looks like you just got out of the shower, but you didn't. Your ears are clean. There's nothing, you're not wet at all. You're going to use a little bit of water, a little bit of conditioner if you want, but you don't have to.
I condition every day.
Okay, so a little bit of water and then you just twirl it and then you bobby pin it.
But does it help if I put in you're saying like leave-in conditioner or like actual normal conditioner?
No, leave-in conditioner.
Okay. I learned about these leave-in shampoos and conditioners recently. I didn't understand. I don't use them.
That helps with frizz.
Really? Do you experience frizz?
Mm-hmm.
I mean this in a very complimentary way. Your hair looks like you roll out of bed and it looks like that. And I think I love your hair. It looks thick. It's wonderful, but it looks like low maintenance. You roll out of bed and it's just cool.
I wouldn't say that.
That's not true?
Sometimes, no.
If a guy, let's say you've been on X number of dates, however long it takes for you to throw down.
Okay.
So let's say.
I said I was into a guy that liked chains, so a year for me, obviously.
Yeah. No doubt. So you sleep over at his place.
Okay.
Are you that person who once you start waking up a little bit, maybe sneaks into the bathroom, kind of checks the hair, does a little thing?
Well, first off, I always told my friends, or I'm jealous of people girls that have straight hair, because I can never just randomly take a shower at this person's house.
Why not?
Because my hair would be huge without any products. It would literally be like if a brick became hair.
What?
It would be I literally don't even know how to describe it. It would just be it would look like a ball of frizzy and it wouldn't be curly because my hair needs product. It would just be so big.
Is there you don't have to show me now, but is there a picture that you could show me after this of what your hair looks like with no product in it?
Yes, I have a photo when I went to Jamaica.
Oh, God.
And the humidity was insane.
Do you look kind of like Deborah Messing in a steam room?
Yes, I look like her. I said in the caption, I said I look like I just won Survivor.
Oh my God, it's that intense. It's so funny because it really does look natural, just roll out of bed and it looks great.
I get tomorrow will look like this, but I can't ever just randomly take a shower. Not when people are everyone complains about shower sex, but no one ever thinks about the hair. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm always
you're just I don't want to get my hair wet. I don't want to get it wet.
Yeah.
Do you know what my mother used to use when I was younger? And I only know this because she had that bottle sitting on her countertop. I just remember it said Frizz-Ease.
Frizz, I don't know that one.
You know what? It may be a really old brand. I could also tell you that she used to do Jane Fonda exercises.
Oh my God, I love that. Well, my mom was she is a fitness instructor.
So because of that, were you a pretty healthy kid, healthy eater?
Well, I had a weird thing. Okay, so my mom was a fitness instructor and my sister was a ballerina. So I joked that I was the fattest person in my family.
I love that. Does she still dance?
No, but she was with the New York City Ballet. So she
Holy
was
hell.
Yeah, up there. And then
she was Black Swan in her way all over.
Literally, I'll never forget. People are what was it like? I was have you seen Black Swan? To the T of my sister, in Black Swan, when Natalie Portman calls her mom and she's Mommy, I got the part. And in this baby voice, my sister sounds like a baby. Even to this day, she's 34, but my sister has that ballerina voice where everything's good and fine and mommy.
I would die.
So yeah, the growing up was always weird with food.
My mom's crazy town.
Yeah.
And I said that with a lot of love. I mean, she's wonderful. Everyone I've ever dated goes, I love your mom, but she's boo-nanners.
So do you think you're your mom?
No, God, no. Please don't even
So then do you think your girlfriend's your mom? Or you think she's more your dad?
I have to tread super carefully on this
answer. Okay, we want to ask this.
There are elements of her that remind me sometimes of my mother.
Okay.
But not nearly to the degree.
Okay, because they always say don't you end up with someone who's kind of like one of your parents?
In some of the longer relationships you've had, have any of these gentlemen reminded you of your mom or dad?
No, it's probably why they don't work out.
So you want to find someone your dad does sound great.
I think they were both very sweet, and my dad's really sweet. But I don't think in any other...
Both of the boys.
Both of the men, yes.
Men, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Kind of, yeah. And liked helping me with my creative... if I want to film this video, they were always down. And my dad was like that for my mom with her career.
I totally get that. One of my, not that I subscribe to the love languages or whatever.
Yeah.
Anytime someone brings them up to me, I'm okay, my love language. Do you know the love languages?
Yes.
Okay. My two are acts of service and words of affirmation.
Okay.
And acts of service is exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
That is very big to me.
Sometimes I tell my friends about a guy, they're Tori, I don't think you're into him. I literally just think you like that he owns a camera.
That's the most comedian thing in the world.
And I'm Yeah, but I've always dated a very creative guys. Like,
sure.
I've always like, oh, I dated this guy who was, but it's good because I feel like I've learned. Like, I learned how to be a really good like writer. I dated this guy who was a ghost writer.
Oh, wow.
I dated a guy who was really good at Photoshop. I dated a guy who is a camera guy. So I really am a production company.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've dated an entire creative
my
agency.
Whole production company, HR. Just need to date an HR guy.
Piskin Productions.
Exactly.
If you haven't started that, you should.
Yeah.
It sounds great, Piskin Productions.
It does sound good.
Would you ever do it? Like TP production? Well,
TP?
Probably not that. Yeah, you can't do that.
But also I feel like I have a lot of love languages. It gets confusing.
If you had to pick like two.
I don't think like quality time is that big for me.
Really? If you're dating someone and they're like, hey, let's just hang out, you're like, pass.
No, I mean, I guess that is important. I don't know what's not important to me. That's the thing.
But that's the thing. They're all important.
Yes.
I heard a spin on it once where someone said there are 4 kinds of partners you can have.
Okay.
A mind mate, which is someone who you really connect with intellectually.
Yes.
A playmate, who's someone who you're very silly with.
Yeah.
A soulmate in that traditional romantic kind of way.
Like sexual.
I understood it to be more romantic, but perhaps it could be sexual. Okay. Or a helpmate, someone who kind of like supports you and helps you achieve your goals, very acts of servicey.
Got it.
And someone was like, which of those works best for you? And obviously all of us want all 4 all the time.
Yeah.
But I did think when someone presented it to me in that framing, I was like, a playmate is very important to me.
Wow, I should really reconsider my dating. I think that really just changed things for me.
Just now?
Yeah.
Why? Tell me.
No, because I think at this point I've always like said like, oh, I feel like sometimes I like guys like one way, or like I like them like for their minds, but then sure. I'm not like attracted to them. And I try to be.
That's a toughie. I've done that. That's hard.
And then it's like, oh, I really like them. But I guess what I'm saying is I feel like I haven't met someone who I like. Not that I need all 4, just like sure. 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I am very, very big on play. That's like a very big thing for me.
Right.
And so like the silliness, meeting Jess, that silliness I found in her, I was like, this is rare.
Right.
I knew it.
But also, do you think as a comic though, I think it's bad because I think as a comic, you're able to like transform yourself into like you're almost like doing improv with each person you've dated.
Me personally or comics in general?
No, maybe comics, but I feel like I'm able to be like, okay, this is what this person, I don't think I'm someone who's like, oh no, this is how I am with like every single person I've ever met.
No, me either.
But I wish I was like that.
Do you?
No, I guess then I'd be unaware. Then I'd be unaware.
Right, but like think about it like this. When you meet someone, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but when you meet someone, you balance 2 things. What they are to you and what role you play to them.
Right.
Right. So like if I'm dating person X, maybe for me, they are very playful and that's what I love about them. And maybe for them, they love that I am very intellectually curious. Like that's their favorite thing about me. We may not look for the same thing, but I'm willing to play that role for somebody.
Right.
So it's kind of thinking about for you, it's like, do you want, not that we're having a dating show here, but like,
this could be a dating show.
Do you want the person who makes you feel like you're supported creatively? And then on the other side, maybe the role you play for them is you're the, intellectual consultant where they really like look to you and they really value your opinion from an intellectual perspective.
Right.
What kind of role do you want to play for them versus what role do you want them to play for you?
I don't know. I feel like if I could put all these guys together, it'd be a really good guy. That's what I truly feel. Like if I could just put that one and then that. Oh, I guess if I can make a Sims character.
Well, that's all you have to do. Here's the big question. I didn't ask this.
Yes.
Did you or do you date comics?
No.
That's a big thing.
I never. It's very interesting when I'm like with comics, I can like turn off, even if I can like be like, oh, they're attractive. It's like a cousin. Like I want someone who's like not in my field, like creatively, like in a creative thing, but not comic.
So if they were like a TV writer.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. But not an actor.
No, I don't want to date an actor.
Okay. But a director.
Yes, that's fine. So someone behind the camera, I guess is what I'm saying.
Do you feel ready for the lightning round? This is how we close out the podcast.
I wore my special pants.
Are these actually special pants?
They're just more like work pants.
I respect that.
I knew I was working.
Lightning round, 5 questions.
Okay.
I keep them on a card. It makes me feel like I'm Letterman.
Okay, I'm excited.
You can answer them as long or short as you want. There's no time limit. Question 1. What is a favorite ritual of yours? For example, mine is making tea every morning. What is one of yours?
I love washing my face at night.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, I just feel so clean. And like, say I'm like, whatever, hanging out with a guy, he doesn't wash his face. I'm like, you need to wash your face. Like it makes, like I cringe knowing if this person doesn't wash their face.
Do you have a running bit with a friend or a partner or a family member that makes you laugh?
Okay, so I have a bit with my really good friend who's a comic, Tyler Fisher in New York. Because I told him about this really weird date I went on once where this guy kind of talked like this. And he had and he saw this pit bull and he called it. He goes, "Come here, little red nose." And I told my friend Tyler this. And for some reason, we love to call each other red nose. So we'll do it in that voice. We'll do voice notes. We're like, "Hey, red nose, I saw Santa today and he's really upset you haven't been around. And red nose." We call each other red nose. And so we don't know what it is.
From this one guy.
We just thought it was so funny.
Did you ever see him again?
That guy?
Yeah.
No, that was the one date I left early. I didn't know how to leave. I said I had a stomach ache.
Oh my God.
He walked me home and I truly did not know how to end. I was like, this is like, I have nothing in common with this guy.
I mean,
he's like, "Come here, little red nose." Oh, and he goes, "I really want a dog. I'm really lonely." He was, to this day, one of the weirdest people I've ever spent like an hour. I was like, this is the most painful experience of my life.
How'd you find him?
Bumble.
Really?
Yeah.
I usually think the crop is better on Bumble.
I usually never get like weirdo. This was like a true weirdo. Maybe I didn't do I should have, I don't know. It was the voice that threw me off. Hi, Duck's like, and he's like, "Come here, little red nose." And I was like, "What's a red nose?" He's like, "It's the name of a certain pit bull. The one has the heart nose." I was like, "What?"
I am so put off by this guy, and at the same time, I would like to be referred to as Red Nose by you at some point.
I will call you Red Nose.
Question 3, and I think you kind of already did this, but I'm going to ask you straight ahead anyway. Can you do a good impression of either of your parents?
Yeah, both of them.
Hit me with both.
Okay, so my mom, she would be like, "Oh my God, this place is gorgeous. I love it. Oh my God, Tori, you need to have a place like this. I mean, if you ever get married." No, I'm joking. She knows it's a joke. She knows it's a joke. No, I love this place. It's, I was nice. I would move here. And then my dad would be like, "Oh, Lauren, I gotta work. I gotta work because you spend money." Shut up. I don't you kidding me? What does he know? He's fat. I'm joking. Relax. She calls my dad fat like all the time.
This is a one-woman show that I would actually enjoy.
And my dad would be like, "Stop. Like, Lauren, you're being so mean." She's like, "Oh, shut up. Where are you going? It's 38 years. She always says that.
They've been together for 38 years?
Yeah.
I would love to be able to date someone long enough that I go, "Where are you going? Where are you going? We've been together for long. Where are you going?"
Right? I'm always like, "No, where are you going?"
yeah. Anytime Jess leaves, I'm like, "No, seriously, where are you going?"
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And then she goes, "The pool's always the same out there." Because I'll be like, sometimes I will say like, "Oh, would you ever divorce Dad?" She goes, "No, there's no one left. Everyone who's left is bald, fat anyway." She says,
My mother is 74 on the dating scene, or was on the dating scene. She doesn't really date anymore because she goes, "They're all the same." I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "They're all disgusting. They're old. They don't know they're old. And they act like they're 10 years older than me. I'm dating men 20 years my junior. And they're acting like they're 80 years my senior. I can't even, I'm telling you that." And here's the thing. She would find them like perfectly normal guys and find an issue. She'd be like, "I went on a date last night. I will never go again. His hands looked like he handled bricks every day from morning till night." I'm like, what does that mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another one, she goes, "I'm telling you, I met this guy. His first thought is, why don't on our next date we go for a swim?" What are we in 1940s? I'm going for a swim.
"It's the summer. Like, what am I doing?" I mean, yes, I told him my AC's broken and I'm hot all the time, but I'm not going out. He's going to see me in a bathing suit. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, she said that. And then she goes, "I've got a pool. I don't need you for that." I'm like, oh my Lord.
Oh my God, I love it.
Okay, fourth one, a little more serious.
Okay.
Have you ever felt imposter syndrome? If so, is there a particular time?
I mean, yeah, like all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You strike me as so confident. I'm very surprised to hear that.
No, I'm always very negative about myself.
That's crazy. I can't think of a negative thing about you. I've spent the past hour with you. I think you're wonderful.
Oh my God, thank you.
What was negative?
No, I mean...
Like if you do like a stand-up set negative, or like life-wise, you're like,
no, I could be like very negative about my stand-up. Like, "Oh, that should have done better. Like, I'm not good." I always think I'm like not good enough. I'm like very hard on myself.
That's crazy. I mean, it's so funny I say that's crazy, and then as soon as we get off this thing, I'm going to be like, why did I say that in that way? I suck.
Yeah, I wish I'm always like, I wish I cared about I was gonna say condoms. I wish I cared about
condoms too.
I wish I cared about comedy like the way I care about like
condoms. Like
grocery store. You know what I mean? I just, if I forget this, like it's not a big deal. But like I care so much about it. I get like emotional about it. I always tell people what it feels like to have like a bad set. Like afterwards, you just feel cringy. It feels like you slept with someone you're really not that attracted to. And you're like, oh, why did I do that? Like you're so grossed out by yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what it feels like.
I'm disgusted with me.
Right? Like I'm so grossed out. Like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why did I hump that? You know, it's like.
I'm sorry. The third one is, why did I hump that?
It's comedy. Third, third.
Well, you obviously have to hump the stool. Very
exactly.
comedy. Big comedy. Fifth and final question. What is your favorite tea or your favorite comfort?
I really love licorice tea.
Licorice tea. Is there a particular brand we should be trying?
I don't have a particular, I just like licorice tea. I love because it's like sweet. It has a natural sweetener to it.
It does. A lot of people don't like licorice.
I love licorice. I have licorice at home in a Ziploc bag.
Black or red?
I go either.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't eat black licorice.
I love licorice. I want it right now. Should we just go grocery shopping after?
I was going to say, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go grocery shopping where the stakes are low. We don't have to feel bad about ourselves.
This tea was great. It had a sweetener in it too. A little sweet.
I didn't put any sweetener in it, but it is sweet. It has a sweet taste to it. Is there any final thoughts you had? How do you feel?
Oh my God, I feel great.
Well, you're delightful. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure.
That was Tori Piskin. You can follow Tori on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Tori Piskin. Go subscribe to her podcast, Got It From My Mama. You'll see where she gets it from. Steep Conversations is produced and edited by Lucas Marshka. Our theme song and additional music are by Oliver Hymack. Our cover art was done by Neil Fraser with photography by Matt Mazisco. Social media by Dia Villegas. Please write a review and rate our podcast on Apple Podcasts and wherever else you can. You can send any questions, comments, newly friend game suggestions, or tea suggestions to steepcombos@gmail.com or tweet us at steepconvos. I'm Josh Lanzette, and you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Josh Lanzette. We'll be back next week, so until then, happy steeping.